is looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown!
Down the sideline, still Foley pointing to the house.
And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of BVarsity Live. This is Thursday, April the 7th. Is it the 7th?
I think so.
I'm at that time of year where the days just melt together. I'm Zach Ewing. That's Trevor Horn over there. We're in downtown TBC Media Studios, and we've got another jam-packed prep sports show for you today. Up first with us is the Independence High School baseball team, and they are led by Coach Chad Shelton.
Correct.
Can I call you Brett a couple times just to cost Trevor money?
I'll take the money.
I didn't do it.
No, I'm just waiting for
Okay.
you to actually do it.
For some reason, Trevor thinks I'm going to mix up,
No, it makes
Chad
me
and his
feel better
brother
because
Brett.
I'll probably end up doing it too.
and then the Independence twin. Can I call you the Twin Towers? You're probably not tall enough for that, Tyler.
No, not even close.
The Twin Aces, anyway. Kevin Larson and Tyler Smith, who you stand on a mound half the time. We'll count that. So they are leading Independence to the top of the South Yosemite League race at this point, about midway through the
No.
already. No, a third of the way.
Third.
Through. A third of the way through the SYL season. Baseball, obviously playing each team 3 times. So. Anyway, it's been a good league season for you guys so far. I know you started a little bit slowly, Chad. How has the season gone for you thus far?
You know what? We did start off a little slow, and it was probably good for our guys. We came in with a lot of expectations, and and tournaments are tough, and we were a little short on arms. Kevin was still at basketball, and we had some arm injuries. So, and now that we made the goal to keep getting better every day, and we're playing 2 games a week in league, and with these 2 guys, we're pretty tough.
You'd rather have them playing that way in May than in March anyway.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how it goes. You're going to have to wash that hat at some point, or else it's going to start to look like a T, though.
Yeah, no, I need a new hat.
Is that
It's
has
like
the hat
his
ever been
brother's
washed?
shirts during the summer.
I have 100 hats in my house, but I like this one.
Yeah,
It's the gamer.
I like that. It looks like a gamer, but yeah, I think on our video there, it looks like you're wearing a T rather than an I because the bottom is so washed or so blacked out.
Well, it's funny that he does that because when you look at Brett, his brother, who's obviously the football coach at Stockdale, when you look at Brett during the summer, I mean, that guy is running around harder than any coach I've ever seen. And so his gray shirt, turns black from sweat, about halfway
He dumps
through the
water on
practice.
himself. That's what he does. He takes
He's
a water
no
bottle and
Sean
dumps it on
Miller. Have you
himself.
guys seen the Arizona basketball coach? Sean
Oh,
Miller.
yeah.
That man sweats more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. It's incredible. Anyway, Kevin, speaking of basketball, you stayed with the Falcons through their basketball run, obviously the starting center for Independence, and then to come out to baseball. That's got to be a pretty challenging transition every year for you. How do you go about doing that?
I just keep working hard because basketball gets me in shape for baseball, and I credit a lot of my pitching to basketball, just keep my legs in shape. So I go out to baseball in shape. So after that, it's just all about keeping my arm in shape throughout the winter.
I was going to ask, do you have to condition the shoulder and the elbow and the arm? I mean, are you doing exercises throughout the winter? How do you do that?
Yeah, it's hard because I can't officially practice with them, but I throw whenever I can with whoever I can. But just stuff like that.
We'll get to the $1 million question later. You're still a sophomore, so you don't have to decide yet.
Junior.
Oh,
Are
junior.
you junior?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, this is
You're
what
junior.
happens when you leave preps and become a sports editor for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
is that
well, it happens.
things start to all combine
It's
for
the
you.
price of progress, okay? Tyler Smith, you came from Fresno last year and then had to go back to Fresno, and then are back this year. Do I have that right?
Other way
Yeah,
around.
family move,
Okay.
and came back just because I miss these guys. And
Aw, listen to that. I'm sure that's the no, I'm just kidding. But it does seem like you're pretty happy with your baseball home anyway.
definitely.
What differences is there in let's say you went to Memorial, the baseball scene in the Fresno area versus here?
The baseball scene is a lot more competitive up there, but education-wise is a lot harder. So I had to come back, and I wasn't adjusted for that situation.
Okay.
So that's my main reason why I came back.
All right. So you're a Falcon now, and you sort of find yourself in this good spot where Kevin takes the ball one day of the week, you take the ball the second game of the week. If you can save your pitches, you can help him. He can help you. What has that been like? Just to sort of know that you have each other's backs.
It's a privilege. And honestly, I wouldn't fight with another dude up there. Kevin's my dude.
All right, I like that. So neither one of you considers yourself the number one or anything like that?
Definitely.
No, I don't.
That smile on
1A,
Coach's
1B.
face, man. Look at that.
I still consider him the number one just because he's older than me, but
All right, earmuffs. Who's the number one?
Well, it's kind of funny, and having these two guys because they're very competitive, which is making them better. But I know they look at their stats, and on the way here, one was going, "Well, my ERA is better." Well, I have more strikeouts, so.
So they're putting on a show
So-
for us. In other words, with this. Oh, I love him.
Well, they know what's going on. Their numbers. They're pretty competitive, and they want to be the guy up
But
there.
that's good, really.
Can I
mean,
allow
yeah.
the cat out of the bag here for a second? Yesterday, we're in the 5th inning, and sorry to throw you under the bus here, Tyler, but he walks up to me and goes, "How many innings do you need for a win?" And I looked at him, I said, "You're fine, dude. You're fine. Don't worry about it." Because he pitched, obviously, yesterday against East, it was, call it what it is. It was a blowout. And Tyler, you pitched fantastic. 4 innings, gave up 1 hit. You faced, one over the minimum, struck out 9. 48 pitches in 4 innings. That's not bad at the high school level.
That's not bad
And
at any level.
So, Chad, you obviously pulled him out for the right reasons. You want to save his arm for the big one tomorrow against, at Ridgeview for the neighborhood game. So, you like that competitiveness in him too, that he wants to continue to do that kind of stuff. Right?
Well, there's been a lot of times this year where I've had to pull him a little early, and he wants to stay in. And I told him the day before that if we get in a situation where, I can get him out of there, and because we do play Ridgeview tomorrow. And if we could get him out early and so we can get some innings on Friday. So he was prepared that he might have a short outing.
It's a good problem to have, though. I mean, when you have competitive guys who, they're both dominating, and as long as they get along, right? I mean, it's to a certain point.
Oh, it's a great problem to have. And, they get along great. But they do push each other, make each other better. And I know when, Kevin's in a whole lot better shape than Smith. But, we got to run, and Kevin's right there pushing him. Kevin comes out in basketball shape, so, he's when we do runs, Tyler's got to keep up with him.
A little intentional slip of the tongue there from Coach Chad Shelton. How would you describe your repertoire of stuff, Kevin? I mean, what are batters dealing with when they face you?
I'll definitely describe myself as a power pitcher, and my strikeout pitch, my go-to pitch is a curveball.
Okay.
But I also do have a changeup and a slider. So I like to just keep pumping up there like real hard, and then when I get ahead in the count, 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, I like to make him think about 3 different pitches: the curveball, changeup, and slider.
So you're starting with a fastball. You're getting ahead with a fastball.
Yeah.
How fast do you throw that thing?
Not
to make it all about velocity,
yeah.
because I know that's an issue around youth baseball everywhere. But just for the sake of
88 to 91.
Okay. So you're pumping some meat in there. You're coming from this extreme angle. You got the long flowing locks. Does anybody call him Thor? I mean, do we go Noah Syndergaard here?
Well, he's calling himself Baby Thor right now. He needs to put on a little bit more weight before he's there.
Yeah. That guy's he's a bit thicker than you are. Okay.
At least we're not calling him Big Bird, though.
That's true. Mark Fidrich.
Yes.
You're dating yourself with that one, boy.
I know. But I don't care. I'm also a baseball historian. I loved it.
I was Mark Fidrich for Halloween when I was like 8 years old.
That's
fantastic. That was long
Kevin, you know who
after-
that is, right?
I actually do not.
I know. Well, no. See, here's the thing. I'm even too young to have seen Mark Fidrich play. The old guy in the room. Chad, do you remember him?
No,
Yeah. See, the old guy in the room is the only one who remembers. But I read a book about him in 3rd grade, and I wanted to be him for Halloween. Right? He had darker hair, but it was curly, and he used to talk to the ball on the mound and talk to himself. And he was crazy, right? But he was the rookie of the year, and he pitched for the Tigers. Had a I think a short career, but a good one. Before he ran into the injuries. But anyways.
Well, he was just a big personality, and he was a tall guy, and he had the big glowing. I'm trying to find the perfect, flowing locks photo for you.
See, the problem is they only had black and white cameras back then. Whoa, they doctored that one up. Yeah. No, so
Chris, go ahead and show. Focus. Focus.
I'm gonna go with
whatever.
I'm gonna go with Baby Thor. I like that.
Yeah.
Tyler, how about you? What are batters facing when they face Tyler Smith?
A lot of deception, and I like competing, so they better be ready.
So we've got a little bit of a change up between these guys. In other words, Chad, if you bring him in the same game, he's going to throw harder than Tyler. He's going to throw maybe more off-speed stuff more regularly. The angle's obviously different because of the height. I mean, it's tough for guys to adjust to that, I would think.
It is a different look. Their stuff is actually pretty similar
Okay.
because Tyler's velo isn't all that bad. But, like you said, it is a different look. One tall righty, a little shorter lefty, but between the ears, they get up there and compete, both of them. They love being on the mound.
How's the connection with Dylan Reed for them? I mean, obviously, he's your number one behind the plate. Is that connection for you guys good with him? Because obviously, that's the biggest thing is you guys need to be able to work with your catcher.
I was actually on a team with Dylan when I was actually 11 years old. So I've been throwing with Dylan for about 6 years now. So my connection with him is great on and off the field.
Definitely the same. I've grown up with them through elementary school, and I played in junior high with them, and now high school. So.
Who had a better home run yesterday? You or Dylan? Kevin?
Dylan's was on a line, but I think mine was further.
And yours was a grand slam late in the game.
Well, I mean, but.
And then you said, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
well,
unfortunate
you can't
thing.
ask a guy not to swing the bat, Chad, obviously. I mean, you guys were in a tough situation yesterday. You can only do so much keeping the bat on the shoulder in a game like that, in a league game. But you can't fault a kid for, taking a swing, especially when you knew the strike zone was the size of a Volkswagen yesterday.
No, and those situations are tough, but there's things you can do for etiquette-wise, but I'm going to make sure our guys still play hard for a full 7.
I mean, I think did you play about 17, 18 guys yesterday?
We played them all.
Yeah. You played everybody. So
It's kind of the old SWIL used to be like that when you had West High and Ridgeview and South High in the same league as a Stockton and Centennial, and every other game would be like that. And that's one of the great things about the Power League. But the SYL, maybe East accepted, but and West is maybe a little down this year, but it's a pretty good baseball league at this point, especially at the top with you guys in Ridgeview and Tehachapi.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. It's a very good league. And Golden Valley won it last year, and they had two
Golden
good
Valley,
arms.
very good, sure.
So yeah, it's been a great league for us to be in, and it's become some teams that we weren't normally playing. So like the Tehachapi, so that's starting to be a little rivalry for us. So. Yeah, we're really enjoying the league.
So you guys took it to them in the first game. Kevin, you were on the mound for that one. It was a 5-3 win, on like March 17th. Second time around, though, I know Temple's not one of their 2 aces. He's number 3 for them. But they've got a good 1-2 punch on the mound, just like you guys do. Chad, for you, what do you need to do? Obviously, you've got these 2 guys, but what do you need to do over the next, little over a month to really kind of keep this momentum going in league?
With talking about Tehachapi, we've been working a lot of team offensive stuff. We got to play great defense. They'll keep us in it. Like you said, they have some really good arms. So we're going to have to do the little things right, move guys over and execute some runs to beat those guys because they are a good club.
I'll tell you what, you played them in Bakersfield the first time, right?
Yeah.
So playing up there is a different story because you get that.
Air's a little bit thinner.
It's like 75 degrees and perfect at 4 o'clock when you start, and then by the 7th inning, it's like drop 20 degrees, and you got to put on sleeves, and it's just and then the thin air. I mean, it's just a different experience playing anything up there, but I think especially outdoors. The section finals in baseball, and this is something we talked about last week with Nick Papagni, but for them to be on a Monday and Tuesday this year, if you're lucky enough to get there, they're at a neutral site for the second year in a row at Visalia's Rawhide Ballpark because of a conflict with the Cal League. They're playing on a Monday and Tuesday. How do you feel about all that, Chad? I mean, do you like the neutral site? And the Monday and Tuesday thing is screwy. I know it's 1 year only, but
right.
It seems like in some ways there's been some fumbling going on here.
You know what? Honestly, for us, if we're able to get there, it doesn't matter when we play.
Right.
We'll play at a park. Who cares? If we're able to get that far, yeah, I haven't really thought anything about it. We're just right now trying to win league and then trying to beat Ridgeview. So if we're able to be that far, we'll talk about it then. I haven't really thought much about it.
Trevor, go ahead and call Jim Critchlow and tell him to pencil him in for the 2:30 a.m. start then. Okay. If he's happy
Done.
with anything. Okay.
As long as the lights are on.
Yeah, that's right. No, it is a kind of a cool atmosphere. I know one complaint is they empty the gate after every game instead of letting people stay for 2, 3, 4 games in one day, which is obviously trying to make some money, but it's too bad for the fans. How about you guys? How far can you go? Kevin, we'll start with you. This is a team that obviously right now you're in control of the league race at this early stage. What about Valley? I mean, is that where everybody's focus is?
You can't play sports in Bakersfield and not think about winning Valley. That's obviously a goal of ours, and like we were saying with me and Tyler on the mound twice a week, we always think we can get there, and the offense is definitely coming along of late. So, I mean, there's a lot of time left, but I think we definitely have the ability.
Tyler, do you find yourself daydreaming about pitching the semifinals and the championship game, that sort of thing?
Since freshman year. and I think we have a really good chance this year because our chemistry is more than ever. And coming back from Vegas, I really knew we were going to click, and
it's happening. Yeah, it's definitely happening. 4-0 in the SYL and playing Ridgeview tomorrow to continue baseball season. This is BVarsity Live. We got to take a quick break, but we're going to be back with more right after this.